Would you please welcome DJ Julian? Come on in. Another B96er is a grad from here. Would you please welcome Mr. Erick Brown? And last but not least, one of our infamous grads, who you know him as
the drinking
grad, yes. He's on the score. He was longtime producer of the Boris and Bernstein show, and he's on air all the time as well, giving his opinion. There he is, Matt Abbatacola. Who or what inspired you to get into broadcasting in the first place? Who or what inspired you to get into broadcasting in the first place?
Jonathan Brandmeier.
No kidding, really?
Johnny B. Yep.
From listening to him, or did you meet him?
No, listening to him. Yeah.
So just listening to him all the time, and
I grew up listening to Johnny B. And when he left Chicago, I was disappointed in that. And I think he is an outstanding talent. I think he does the best morning show in Chicago right here.
All right, how about you guys? What or who inspired you?
I would have to say my biggest influence, like Stephen A. Smith, is like the epitome of like the guy for me, because A, he brings it how it's supposed to be run as far as like the viewers as like me. Like he lets you know, like if he feels something, like say like I think this guy's a bum, like okay, you're right, this guy, I feel the same way, this guy is a bum, he should get traded. You know, other ones kind of like skate around the bush maybe because they have favoritism for that particular person. But Stephen A. lets you know, like, hey, you need to step up and do your job as far as a player or an athlete.
I interned for a guy named Matthew Blades. You guys probably don't know him now, but he's actually in Milwaukee now doing a morning show. But he, in D.C. at that time, when I was there, was the hottest jock in Washington, D.C. It's too bad, you know, because he was very natural, just very personable. You know, I can't really explain it. You know, whoever you look up to here in Chicago is who I look up to at that point. He's what got me into it. Because when you're in there, you see how he reacts off the air with his listeners. It's just a different feel. You know, he's probably the most personable person I've ever heard.
Now, how did you get your start in the industry? Might as well go with you, Julian, because you were talking about really kind of how you got started in Washington, D.C. So you came in and you...
Came in, college, you know, interning, went to George Mason University, interned at the then top 40 WWZZ Z104, since then gone, flip format, whatever, you know.
Were you getting a bachelor's in communications?
Yeah,
or
yeah, communications. But I'll be honest, I never went to broadcasting school.
Right.
So go from there. I did promotions like Erick for a couple years. When I went into sales, I was account executive for Z104, sold radio. I did not like that, and I went to back being an intern. I went to back being an intern.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
For the same station?
At the same time.
Oh,
at the
no
same
kidding.
station.
Wow.
So I'm a sales guy. At 6 o'clock, I'm going to Matthew Blades too. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, you know, I was interested, and then after a certain amount of time, you know, that's what I decided I wanted to do.
I can say I went to Triton. I did visual communications there for like a year and a half. Wasn't impressed. I wasn't learning anything. All I learned is how to work a Mac OS X. But besides that factor, like it opened my eyes to see like, all right, maybe I need to pursue this section of broadcasting. Like maybe this is where I need to be. So when I went online, a buddy of mine, I don't know, I saw a commercial about Illinois Center for Broadcasting, which inspired me to go further and to investigate what's going on here. And when I did basically what I did, what you guys are sitting right now, when I did this, and I saw what Illinois Center for Broadcasting had to offer, I thought to myself, man, this is hands-on training. Like this is where I need to be. So I signed up. Me and Tim, we took care of business. I got here.
Took a little while.
It took a while. Yeah, it did take a while because honestly, like I didn't know where my life was going. You know, for my boyish looks, I am 28. So, like, it kind of like I was going through a crisis. Like I'm 25. I really need to know what I need to do in my life.
You always got the boyish looks.
I do, man. I do.
Wait, you were going to a midlife crisis at 25?
Yeah.
You get to be 35.
Well, I was doing valet parking, and I just wasn't happy with doing valet parking, and I wanted just to broaden my horizon. I wanted to see what else is out there for me. And when I got here, I just saw a whole bunch of opportunities that I can go for. You know what I mean? As far as radio, television, broadcast, all that. You know, just anything as far as production-wise. I just want to be there with my life. So this is the best choice I made in my life here, coming to Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I can say that proudly because now I'm in a position where I can always go up.
The reason I came here to ICB as a student in 2001 because I wanted to be on SportsCenter. You know, and I saw the guys on TV, and about 90% of them I thought were awful, and that I could walk on the SportsCenter set and do a better job without any training than the guys that were on SportsCenter. Right? So that's why I came here for TV. And then after about 2 months of being here, I fell in love with radio. I was like, you know, I could go to work without shaving or showering. It's kind of a cool gig. And then I got to understand the industry, and some of the dudes that were full time when I first started as an intern. You know, I saw the money people were making. I'm like, hey, you could work a 4-hour shift and make 6 figures and watch sports. I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Yeah. So, but then I fell in love with the craft of radio. I really did.
Okay, aside from the 9 studios with the hands-on training and the intern while you work, what makes this school better than, per se, going to Columbia? What makes you guys stand out?
ICB gives you opportunities. You know, what you do with them is all up to you.
Right.
Yes.
It's so much different than a 4-year school. It is cheaper. It is faster. So those are advantages if you're going through it later in life. It's a great place if you're 18. It's a great place if you're 28 coming here. But and I'll tell you an experience of being a student and now being someone in the industry who works with students from this school. I only want interns from ICB on my show, and it's not because I'm biased about the school, but it's because I know when an ICB student comes the first day on my show, they can do everything I need them to do. And when I have students from Columbia or Missouri or Marquette come in, it's different because, you know, their time of being able to grasp and do what I need them to do on my show as an intern, it's about a 2 or 3 week window of me having to show someone, which takes time away from me being able to either play Golden Tee or have lunch or prepare for the show. No, seriously. When I interned at the Score, the first day that I was there, I was using the editing equipment that I learned here the first day as an intern. When I have students come from, and I will say Columbia, you don't have to do it because you're a representative here of the school. I hate students from Columbia. Because, no, I do. I'll be honest with you, because I have seniors, so they're in their 4th freaking year of college. In communications, radio broadcasting, they come to my internship the first day, and I say to them, what digital editing experience do you have? And they say, none. Great, so now I have to teach you how to use the editing equipment. ICB students come in, and I know that they can work my editing equipment from the first day. So I show them the studio and say, I need you to cut this up for me. I need it done in 10 minutes. Go get it done. And they say, okay, and they do it.
From my experience, I've been here like 9 months, and I know already, like, there's an ICB supervisor, I'm an ICB second promotions coordinator. Everybody else is just like hirees, but they don't have that, they don't have the experience of how to set up stuff. So that's why I'm more valuable to my superiors, because they trust me in going out to remotes. They trust me going out because you know why? Oh, he's an ICB graduate. He knows what to do.